In this unit we are going to study about the structure of membrane, which is actually the barrier so that through which the solute molecules has to enter the cell. Okay, solute molecules are present outside the cell. What the cell I mean here is bacterial cell, and now the solute has to come inside the cell. Only then it can undergo metabolic reactions, it can undergo catabolism, which is called as breakdown, and it can undergo anabolism, which is called as synthesis. Okay, that is basically we are going to do in this particular unit. So today we will start with the first point of this unit, 1.1, that is composition and architecture of bacterial cell membrane. Now lipid membrane, or that is also called as your plasma membrane or your cell membrane, consists of two main components. आपके जो बैक्टीरिया का सेल मेम्ब्रेन है, through which the solute has to enter the cell, it consists of two main components. There are various components, but these are the two main components. Take down these points. Okay, the first one is lipid. First one क्या है? Lipids होता है, और दूसरा है protein, and the abundant one is lipid. So hence we say our plasma membrane is also a lipid bilayer. There are two layers of lipids, and there are some proteins which are embedded on the membrane. Your bacterial cell membrane, they consist of phospholipids. जो lipids होता है उसको हम बोलते हैं phospholipids. Now what are phospholipids? Phospholipids means lipids along with phosphate group. Lipid with phosphate group is called as phospholipids. As we know, phosphate has a negative charge, hence this phospholipid also has a negative charge. Thus your cell membrane is also going to be negatively charged. Okay, and then the another important thing which is present here is called as your protein, and we call this lipids and protein to be in a fluid mosaic structure. I hope you have studied about the fluid mosaic structure even in your 12th standard as well as in FSY, right? So you have a lipid bilayer which is called as fluid mosaic. Mosaic means, because you heard about mosaic. Mosaic क्या होता है? When you have few things which are not arranged in a proper order. Because lipid bilayer में proteins होते हैं, embedded होते हैं proteins, and they are not having a proper order. So hence we say it is a mosaic structure. Then why it is called as fluid? Fluid, we call something fluid which can easily flow, right? So this lipid bilayer, it is not a rigid structure. Rigid नहीं रहता है. It can be like you can see, have you seen a jelly? Okay, so how structure a jelly can be? It will be somewhat like that. We have seen our agar, your agar solid also as well, but that is much more rigid. उतना भी rigid नहीं रहता है. It will be very jelly type. तो उसके अंदर प्रोटीन्स इजीली एम्बेड हो सकते हैं, रिमूव हो सकते हैं, कोई प्रोटीन आराम से अंदर से बाहर जा सकता है. सो यू नो ट्रांसपोर्ट कैन इजीली टेक प्लेस बिकॉज इट बिहेव्स लाइक अ फ्लूइड स्ट्रक्चर. हेंस वी कॉल्ड इट एज फ्लूइड मोज़ाइक स्ट्रक्चर. एंड देन द phospholipids, they form the bilayer, means there are two layers of the lipids. Moving ahead, now that's what I mentioned, the structure is fluid because there is extensive lateral mobility. अब lateral mobility क्या होता है? Lateral means which moves in a straight line. Okay, so one protein which is present at one side, for example I'll just show this here. See, I told there is a bilayer, so there's one layer here and there is another layer here. Okay, so if there is a protein over here, let's say this is one of the protein which is embedded in your lipid bilayer. Now this protein can easily go from here to here. ठीक है, अपने place को आराम से change कर सकता है because it is a fluid structure. Similarly, if there is a solute outside, it can easily pass through this bilayer and enter inside. And the reason is because of this extensive lateral mobility of bulk proteins. Bulk मतलब proteins जो एक बड़े group में रहते हैं. See, this protein is very large, right? It is a bulk protein because it will be consist of various subunits. Okay, so these bulk proteins can easily change its place. It can move laterally. Hence, we say that because lateral mobility is allowed, hence it is said to be a fluid structure. Okay. So moving ahead, I hope you all taking down these points because you cannot find these meanings and all in any books. Okay, now there is one more point here that is called as protein aggregates. Protein aggregates मतलब क्या होता है कि some protein of the same function they are grouped together. Like if I say you in a class, let's take an example of your class. Okay, even though your class is a TYBSc microbiology class, but within that class you have some groups. आपके कुछ close friends का एक group होता है, right? So you always sit together. So even though that entire class belongs to you, you have some aggregates, right? Because you all share some bond with each other. Similarly, when we say this lipid bilayer या फिर cell membrane, वहाँ पे कुछ ऐसे proteins होते हैं जिनका function same होता है, similar function they have to carry out, and they will come together as aggregates. When I say aggregates, doesn't mean they have to stick to each other. It just means that they are grouped together at a particular place. Okay? उसका एग्जाम्पल आप यहाँ पे देखो, एग्जाम्पल दिया है solute transporters. Transporters are proteins which help the solute to transport. ठीक है, solute को transport होने के लिए जो proteins help करते they are called as transporters, and you can find these transporters are in one group. एक group में होते हैं. And then the second example है electron transport aggregates. If you remember electron transport that you have studied previously, you know that there are various electron carrier proteins, है ना, एक के बाद एक electron carrier proteins होता है. Electrons will be accepted by first carrier, then it is transported to the second carrier, and then so on, right? So when this transporter takes place, they all have to be together because they have to transfer the electrons from one molecule to the another, correct? So hence such proteins are together as protein aggregates within your lipid bilayer, and then they can catalyze sequential reactions, जैसे कि इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसपोर्ट में होता है कि सीक्वेंस में जाता है. ओके, टू सम अप दिस एंटायर स्लाइड, क्या याद रखना आपको? मेन पॉइंट that cell membrane is consist of phospholipids and protein. Phospholipids मतलब lipids which is having a phosphate group. So we'll discuss about phospholipids now in detail. And then we can say that जो lipid bilayer है उसको हम fluid बोलते हैं. The reason is there is lateral mobility. Lateral mobility मतलब from one place to another the proteins can change their place. Like how you change the place in a classroom. Every lecture आपको different place में बैठना होता है, right? Somewhat like that. And then you have this protein aggregates that are groups of proteins which are together, they perform the same function, or we can say similar process के लिए जो important है, they are grouped together as aggregates, and this is the basic structure of your cell membrane. Okay, so anybody having any doubt so far? If you have doubt, write yes. If you don't have any doubt, you can write no. So I can move ahead. ओके फाइन. सो नाउ ये जो फॉस्फोलिपिड्स होते हैं, लिपिड्स के बारे में थोड़ा सा स्टडी करते हैं बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव टू स्टडी इन डिटेल. अभी जो मैं नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में आपको लिपिड्स का डिटेल बता रही हूँ, दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी आस्क्ड इन योर एग्जाम, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी यू शुड नो व्हाट इज लिपिड, लिपिड कैसे बनता है, फॉस्फोलिपिड्स इसको क्यों कहते हैं, एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. Okay, so just for your understanding I am going to say there are few structures also, but you don't have to worry about them. आपको note down करना है करो, नहीं करना है मत करो. I'll give you the PPT anyway. This is the first topic now of your unit 1.1. उसमें 5 topics, major 5 topics cover करना है. उसमें का first topic है, give the heading 1.1.1 lipids and properties of phospholipid membrane. Okay, so there are a lot of things in this slide. If you have to understand all this, I'll take you to the structures, but again I'm saying structure आपको एग्जाम में नहीं पूछा जाएगा, just for your understanding. Okay, so basically हम यहाँ पे ये structures के through we are going to understand what exactly is phospholipid. Phospholipid उसे क्यों बोलते हैं और phospholipid दिखता कैसा है, होता कैसा है, ठीक है. So I will come back to this slide little later and make you understand things. First let me just take you to the next slide and where we can understand about the phospholipids. Now फॉस्फोलिपिड्स का एक और नाम होता है फॉस्फोग्लिसराइड. इफ यू डोंट रिमेंबर, नो इश्यूज, ठीक है. अभी ये जो फॉस्फोलिपिड्स है, इट इज मेड ऑफ 2 इम्पोर्टेंट कंपोनेंट्स. ओके, फॉस्फोलिपिड्स 2 चीजों से बना होता है. एक होता है फैटी एसिड एंड सेकंड वन इज योर ग्लिसरॉल. यू हैव टू टेक डाउन दीज थिंग्स. फर्स्ट यू हैव फैटी एसिड एंड सेकंड यू हैव ग्लिसरॉल. तो फॉस्फोलिपिड या फिर कोई भी लिपिड, ठीक है, कोई भी लिपिड ले लो, लिपिड्स बनता है फैटी एसिड से और होता है उसमें ग्लिसरॉल. Now what is the function of glycerol? Glycerol is going to be the backbone जिसमें fatty acids attach होंगे. Okay, so if you remember DNA, we had that sugar phosphate backbone जिसमें अपने nucleotides attach होते हैं और we can say nitrogen bases attach होते हैं, right? So similarly यहाँ पे lipids का जो backbone है that is glycerol, and then it is going to get attached to fatty acids. Now let us understand what is fatty acid. Okay, you already might know this. So it is a basically simple सा definition है fatty acid का. वो क्या है? It is a long chain hydrocarbon. When I say hydrocarbon, it means compound which is made of hydrogen as well as carbon. Hydrogen carbon से बना हुआ जो compound है उसको बोलते हैं hydrocarbon, and you have a very long chain. When I say long chain, the carbon should be more than at least 10. Okay, बहुत लंबा होता है. और एक इम्पॉर्टेंट फीचर ये जो फैटी एसिड का है दैट इज इट इज गोइंग टू हैव अ फंक्शनल ग्रुप एट वन ऑफ द एंड एंड द फंक्शनल ग्रुप इज COOH. So can you anybody can identify what is this functional group called as? Basic understanding of chemistry. जिसको थोड़ा भी केमिस्ट्री आता हो बता सकते हैं मुझे. COOH. COOH फंक्शनल ग्रुप को क्या कहते हैं? What it is called as? Yes, it is carboxylic acid. Good. So कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड का ये मतलब है कि आपका जो फैटी एसिड उसको एसिड क्यों बोला जाता है? बिकॉज इट इज गोइंग टू हैव द COOH ग्रुप. तो लॉन्ग चेन हाइड्रोकार्बन. हाइड्रोकार्बन मतलब क्या होगा? आप यू हैव हर्ड अबाउट अल्केन्स, राइट? CH3 CH2 CH2 ऑल सिंगल बॉन्ड. देन यू हैव अल्कीन्स. अल्कीन्स में क्या होता है? डबल बॉन्ड. देन यू हैव अल्काइन्स विच हैव ट्रिपल बॉन्ड. तो ये सारे चीजें होते हैं आपके हाइड्रोकार्बन. एंड to that one end, if you add this COOH, that is carboxylic acid, then you will get your fatty acid. So it will look somewhat like this. Okay, तो यहाँ पे आप देखो, यहाँ पे CH3 है, CH2 CH2 long chain, and then you have COOH. As you can see, the carbon number कितने हैं यहाँ पे? It is just around 6. But then usually fatty acid और भी लंबा होता है. It is very long because if you just see, this one is not so long. Okay, so ये जो लॉन्ग चेन हाइड्रोकार्बन है यहाँ पे दैट वी कैन कॉल एज R. आई थिंक दिस यू ऑल नो, राइट? हम क्या करते हैं, जो भी साइड चेन होता है उसको हम R मान लेते हैं बिकॉज इन सम केसेस वी डोंट हैव टू राइट ऑल दिस लॉन्ग चेन, सो वी जस्ट सिंपली कॉल इट R एंड देन वी हैव द फंक्शनल ग्रुप दैट इज COOH. नाउ ये थोड़ा सा अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए है कि फैटी एसिड दो टाइप का होता है. एक होता है सैचुरेटेड एंड अदर होता है अनसैचुरेटेड. सो दीज थिंग्स जस्ट फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ओके, सैचुरेटेड मतलब इसमें से सिंगल बॉन्ड्स होते हैं, मतलब सिर्फ अल्केन्स होता है. और अनसैचुरेटेड का ये मतलब है कि इट कैन हैव वन और मोर देन वन डबल बॉन्ड. सी दिस इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ योर अनसैचुरेटेड फैटी एसिड बिकॉज यू कैन सी बिटवीन दीज टू कार्बन देयर इज अ डबल बॉन्ड. Okay, so now let us understand this glycerol. Glycerol, OL. अभी मुझे ये बताओ कि glycerol OL मॉलिक्यूल है तो उसका क्या फंक्शनल ग्रुप होगा? Yes, OH. What it is called as? जैसे आपने बोला ना COOH is carboxylic acid. Yes, alcohol. Good. So जो भी कंपाउंड जिसमें फंक्शनल ग्रुप OH होता है उसको हम बोलते हैं अल्कोहल. Or and we call it as OL, and if it is AL then it is aldehyde. Okay, you all know that. So glycerol जो है वो एक अल्कोहल है. It is a alcohol. See, alcohol है मतलब क्या होना चाहिए उसके पास? It should have OH. That you already told me, right? It should have OH. Now this glycerol is having 3 carbon. कितने कार्बन का है? 3 कार्बन का अल्कोहल है, and it is trihydroxy alcohol. What that means? It means उसके पास 3 OH होने वाला है. So this is an alcohol having 3 OH group. So this is how the structure looks like. If you don't have to remember the structure, so don't worry. If you don't want to remember, no problem. देखो यहाँ पे है 3 कार्बन जिसको रिमेम्बर करना है. यहाँ पे देखो this is carbon 1, this is carbon 2 and carbon 3, and you can see it is having OH, OH and OH, right? And then for balancing purpose we will write H because since this carbon is only having 3 bonds, so we have 2 hydrogen. यहाँ पे 4 bonds हो जाते हैं, so only 1 hydrogen. So similarly just for balancing हम हाइड्रोजन लिखते हैं. So याद रखो whenever you write structures सबसे पहले हमें कार्बन लिखना होता है, उसके बाद उसके सब्स्टिट्यूएंट्स लिखने होते हैं, जैसे कि यहाँ पे क्या है, एल्कोहल, एंड देन फॉर बैलेंसिंग दैट कार्बन वी हैव टू राइट हाउ मच हाइड्रोजन इज रिक्वायर्ड. ओके, सो नाउ दिस इज द ग्लिसरॉल, दिस इज द बैकबोन. नाउ ये ग्लिसरॉल के साथ ये फैटी एसिड्स को अटैच होना है. ओके, so glycerol have to attach, sorry, the fatty acids have to attach to the glycerol. So this is how it happens. Okay, so in biochemistry we are going to have some thumb rule. Okay, I want you all to note down this thumb rule. While moving ahead I will share with you different thumb rules. यहाँ पे एक thumb rule ऐसा है कि जब भी आपको two compounds को join करना है और you have to form a bond between two compounds, then that reaction is called as a condensation reaction. क्या नाम है उसका? Condensation. Whenever you need to join two molecules, that reaction is called as condensation reaction. So anybody know what is condensation reaction? क्या होता है condensation reaction में? Water molecules liberate होता है. Perfect. Okay, so क्या होता है? Removal of water. सामने जहाँ पे लिखे रखो, condensation means removal of water. Fine. So whenever we have to join two molecules, then we require condensation reaction wherein water has to get removed. अभी water क्या होता है? Whenever we say water, remember one thing, water मतलब one hydrogen and one OH. In school we have learned it is H2O. Yes, it is H2O, but the way that bonds are formed, कैसे बनता है? There is one hydrogen and then there is one hydroxyl. So if we have to remove water, we will remove hydrogen from one compound and OH from another compound. Okay, so let me just show that to you so that you might understand better. See, when I say this particular water, so it is H and it is OH. So just I will not be able to draw this perfectly, so just excuse me for this. Okay, so this is hydrogen and this is OH, right? So when if we have to form water, तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? ये जो hydrogen है, you have to remove hydrogen from one compound and then you have to remove OH from another compound. ठीक है, एक तरह से काम करता है. Similarly, see that I told for condensation, and that condensation reaction takes place when we have to form a bond between two compounds. But if we have to break that compound, अगर आपको वो compound जो दो different compounds के bond बना के बना है, उसको आपको अगर break करना है, then what you need to do? We need to add water. So in that case, when you add water, hydrogen जो होता है, it is getting added to one compound and OH will get added to the another compound. Okay, this is clear now. I am explaining this in very detail because we are going to encounter this concept everywhere. Whenever we need to form a bond, we have to join them by condensation reaction, where there will be a removal of water. We will remove hydrogen from one compound and hydroxyl from another compound. Okay, that is how things are going to go. So this is clear, right? We have to join this particular glycerol with these particular fatty acids. So क्या होने वाला है? Water का removal होगा and this is how it takes place. We are going to remove OH from this and hydrogen from this. So you can see here, this is how we are going to do this. Hydrogen will be removed from your fatty acid and OH will be removed from your glycerol. अभी यहाँ पे एक और कंफ्यूजन होता है कि few books में ऐसा भी दिया होता है कि हाइड्रोजन ग्लिसरॉल से रिमूव हो रहा है and OH is getting removed from your fatty acid. No problem. Okay, that is not having any problem. अगर आपको ऐसा लिखेंगे तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Even if you write the either way, then also no issue. So now, come back. So now this H and OH will be removed as water. यहाँ पे दोनों combine remove हो जाएंगे और combine हो जाएंगे, बन जाएंगे water. Okay. So now this water is removed. Now what will happen? Once I remove this water, I will have a bond between this carbon and this particular carbon, and then there will be double bond O here. Okay, so I'll just show you that. Everybody have a look. This is how it's going to form. इस तरह का कंपाउंड बनेगा. So just go back. See, ये जो water है, water remove हो गया है यहाँ पे, and now this is what you get. Okay, and this particular bond, anybody can tell me what is this bond called as? किसी ने देखा ये bond? I don't know if you all know this. इस तरह का एक bond, or if you want, I can just write how it looks exactly. This is your first carbon, then there is one O, then there is your carbon with a double bond O. Okay, this is how it looks like. यहाँ पे जो O लिखा है ना, ये जो O है यहाँ पे double bond O होता है. It is attached to this carbon. So this particular bond, anybody know what this is called as? Yes, Swapnil, you are correct. It is ester bond. Okay, so this is called as ester bond. So again I am saying आपको ये कोई structure याद नहीं रखना है at this point. I am just explaining all these things to you because this is the basics. Fine. So we have these three bonds which is formed, which is called as your ester bond. And now this ester bond, this entire compound, that is your fatty acid attached to the glycerol, इसको बोलते हैं triacyl glycerol. It is also called as triglyceride. Tri मतलब 3, acyl. Acyl means fatty acid. Fatty acid जो था उसमें अभी bonds बनने के बाद तो क्या हो जाता है, acyl हो जाता है. So it is now triacyl and the glycerol. It is also called as triglyceride. Okay, तो अभी आप लोग मुझे ये बोलेंगे मैम हम तो यहाँ पे फॉस्फोलिपिड्स करने आए थे and then we have formed triacyl glycerol. तो फॉस्फोलिपिड्स कहाँ पे है? फॉस्फोलिपिड्स कैसे बनते हैं? सिर्फ एक ही डिफरेंस है. ट्राइएसिल ग्लिसरॉल में हमने क्या किया? वी हैड 3 fatty acids attached to the 3 OH of your glycerol, but in case of phospholipid you just have only 2 fatty acids. आपके पास सिर्फ 2 fatty acids होंगे and the third OH, and that third OH is attached to a phosphate. So you get some compound like this. Let me do all this. Okay, this is your something which is called as your phosphoglyceride or your phospholipid. तो फॉस्फोलिपिड का क्या मतलब होता है? You have a phosphate at the third OH of your glycerol. आपके glycerol के third OH में आपको यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Phosphate. And then the other 2 OH you have a fatty acid. So this is your phospholipid or this is your phosphoglyceride. एक बात नोट डाउन करो, यहाँ पे R1 और मैंने यहाँ पे R2 लिखा है. इसका ये मतलब होता है कि it can be a long chain hydrocarbon and it can be different as well. So you can have different types of phospholipids based on the difference in your R1 and R2. Okay, but what thing remains same is you have a phosphate as the third carbon. Now let me just take you to the diagram of your lipid bilayer. And this जो नीचे है ये जो है this entire जो दिख रहा है ना ये this is the second layer of lipid which is below, and this entire thing over here, this is your first layer which is above. Okay, there are 2 layers and this is called as a lipid bilayer. And then what you all see this particular thing in between, ये जो चीजें आपको दिख रही है ना यहाँ पे, this is your protein. So I told right, proteins are embedded in your lipid bilayer. So these are your proteins and this is how your lipids looks like. Now the question is, हमने जो स्ट्रक्चर आगे देखा था वो स्ट्रक्चर तो अलग है, लेकिन यहाँ पे it looks like a ball. See, it looks like somewhat like this, right? It looks like a ball here and then it is having 2 tails. somewhat ऐसे एक स्ट्रक्चर बनता है. So how exactly is that स्ट्रक्चर जो हमने फॉस्फोलिपिड्स का देखा एंड हाउ इज दिस, इन दोनों का हम समझ कैसे लेंगे, मतलब कोरिलेट कैसे करेंगे. सो लेट मी जस्ट टेक यू बैक टू दैट स्लाइड हियर. दैट पर्टिकुलर हेड विच इज कॉल्ड एज हेड एंड टेल, जो राउंड शेप का जो हेड दिख रहा था, that head is going to composed of this. It is going to composed of this entire glycerol backbone along with the phosphate. Okay, ये जो यहाँ पे glycerol backbone है along with the phosphate, this is what makes the head of your lipid. ये आपके lipid का head बनाता है. And then this entire thing, you can see fatty, there are 2 fatty acids long chain. These 2 fatty acids is what which makes your tails of your lipid. Okay, so those structure can you correlate now? This is your head and this is the tails. The fatty acid long chain जो यहाँ पे रहेगा, that is what the tails is. So let me go back to the next slide. Now as we saw, this particular head is going to contain your glycerol as well as phosphate, right? As I mentioned earlier, that phosphate is going to have a negative charge. जब ये phosphate को negative charge रहेगा, then it is called as हाइड्रोफिलिक एंड पोलर. ये जो हेड है ना यहाँ पे, दिस हेड इज कॉल्ड एज हाइड्रोफिलिक, मीन्स वाटर लविंग, इट कैन टॉलरेट वाटर. and it is polar. Polar मतलब there are different poles. Like when we say polar, non-polar, इसका ये मतलब होता है कि चार्ज के बेस्ड होता है. For example, if I say example आप ले लो HCl का. Okay, let's take the example of HCl. I know I'm going into chemistry, but थोड़ा concept आपको समझना important है so that you will understand things better. So let's take example. Let me take the example of this HCl. You know, hydrogen is a very small molecule, right? Hydrogen काफी छोटा molecule है, but chlorine is very big molecule, right? So hydrogen is a very small molecule because it is only having only one electron, but chlorine भी इस तरह का bond रहेगा. जब आप इन दोनों के bond देखोगे, it is going to be somewhat like this. And we know the bond here between H and Cl. So जो भी यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन का शेयरिंग या फिर पेयरिंग हो रहा है, राइट, इट्स अ कोवलेंट बॉन्ड, उसमें क्या होगा, इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर विल बी पुल्ड मोर टूवर्ड्स योर बिगर एटम, दैट इज क्लोरीन. क्लोरीन एटम क्या होता है, बड़ा होता है ना, तो क्या करेगा, इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर को, जो यहाँ पे दो इलेक्ट्रॉन, एक इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा हाइड्रोजन का और एक इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा क्लोरीन का, जो पेयर यहाँ पे शेयर होता है, व्हाट क्लोरीन विल डू, इट विल पुल दैट इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर टूवर्ड्स इटसेल्फ. जब इलेक्ट्रॉन आपके पास आता है, ज्यादा आ जाएगा पास क्लोरीन का, वी नो इलेक्ट्रॉन इज नेगेटिवली चार्ज, दिस क्लोरीन इज गोइंग टू गेट सम डेल्टा माइनस बोलते हैं उसको, स्मॉल नेगेटिव चार्ज. सिंस नेगेटिव चार्ज electrons are far away from hydrogen, it is going to get some positive charge. When I say positive, it is not exactly positive, but small positive charge. इसको हम बोलते हैं डेल्टा, मीन्स स्मॉल पॉजिटिव स्मॉल नेगेटिव. तो जब मॉलिक्यूल ऐसा होता है उसको बोलेंगे पोलर. पोलर मतलब क्या, अनइक्वल. ओके, अनइक्वल होने की वजह से अनइक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ चार्ज, चार्ज में अनइक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होगा, एंड इट कैन ऑल्सो बिकॉज ऑफ द डिफरेंट साइज ऑफ द मॉलिक्यूल. ओके, आप देखा होगा अपने प्रीवियस स्लाइड में, जो फॉस्फेट है, फॉस्फेट इज हाईली नेगेटिव. यू नो बैलेंस ऑफ फॉस्फेट इज 5, सो इट इज हैविंग मेनी नेगेटिव चार्ज एज वेल एज अनचार्ज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. इसके पास इलेक्ट्रॉन्स बहुत है, लेकिन इसे से ग्लिसरॉल की जो बैकबोन पार्ट है, दैट इज समवट सिमिलर टू योर हाइड्रोकार्बन, राइट, इट इज नॉट हैविंग एनी चार्ज. सो दैट इज एन अनइक्वल चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, हेंस इट इज कॉल्ड एज पोलर. एंड दिस पोलर, जो भी पोलर होता है हमेशा वो क्या होता है, हाइड्रोफिलिक. Polar is always hydrophilic, means water loving. Okay, next let's come to, अभी टेल्स की बात करेंगे. तो जो टेल्स यहाँ पे है, दिस टेल्स आर हाइड्रोफोबिक एंड इट इज नॉन पोलर. नॉन पोलर क्यों है, बिकॉज किससे बना है टेल्स, लॉन्ग चेन हाइड्रोकार्बन से. वहाँ पे लॉन्ग चेन CH2 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 का लॉन्ग चेन होगा, तो वहाँ पे कुछ चार्ज सेपरेशन नहीं है, सो इट इज नॉन पोलर. वी कैन से whenever things are non-polar, it will be always hydrophobic, means it cannot tolerate water. water वो tolerate नहीं कर सकता है whenever things are hydrophobic. Okay, so hydrophobic things cannot tolerate water and they are non-polar. Okay, understood this? Now if you see the arrangement, आप यहाँ पे जो लिपिड बाइलेयर इधर आपको दिख रहा है उसका अरेंजमेंट देखोगे, तो ये जो टू मॉलिक्यूल्स है ना यहाँ पे, यू हैव दिस पर्टिकुलर हेड, this head and the tails of the one layer, and then another layer head is over here and tail is over here, right? So how it looks like, your hydrophilic heads are outside. आउटसाइड का मतलब, अभी ये सेल का अगर मेम्ब्रेन है, तो ये जो ऊपर का लेयर होगा, दिस लेयर इज टुवर्ड्स द आउटर एनवायरनमेंट, व्हाइल दिस बिलो लेयर, जो नीचे का लेयर है, इट इज गोइंग टू बी टुवर्ड्स द साइटोप्लाज्म. ओके, देयर इज वाटर आउटसाइड, देयर इज वाटर इन द साइटोप्लाज्म, हेंस दिस हाइड्रोफिलिक हेड्स व्हिच आर वाटर लविंग, दे लाइक टू बी विद देम, एसोसिएटेड विद वाटर. बट these tails which are hydrophobic, which cannot tolerate water, they get embedded in these layers. इस तरह से वो आ जाता है, यहाँ पे इस तरह से वो क्या हो जाता है, एम्बेड हो जाता है, because they are hydrophobic, they cannot tolerate water. Okay, so that is how you get your lipid bilayer because of this, because of, इसको हम बोलते हैं amphipathic. I will take to that in the next slide. This particular feature is called as amphipathic because it is having hydrophilic as well as hydrophobic ends. When I say this lipid एक ही compound है, एक ही molecule है, but even in that same molecule you can find some regions which are hydrophilic and some region which is hydrophobic. So now any doubts so far? If anybody having any doubt till here, so fine, I will continue. So let us now discuss the actual slide जिसको समझाने के लिए मैंने आपको पिछले 2-3 स्लाइड्स में लेके गई थी. This is what this slide means. It's saying here that your phospholipids, अभी आपको ये इजीली समझ में आ जाएगा. पहला बताया कि phospholipids are fatty acids esterified to 2-glycerol to hydroxy group of glycerol. Esterified मतलब because they form ester bonds. The fatty acids form ester bonds with 2 hydroxy group of glycerol मतलब 2 hydrogen of glycerol बराबर. इसके बाद क्या था? The third hydroxy group मतलब थर्ड जो ग्रुप है hydroxy that is OH of the glycerol उसके बैकबोन में वो किसमें अटैच है? It is covalently bound to the substituted phosphate group. So now you have understood this. Phospholipids fatty acids होते हैं which is esterified to 2 of the hydroxy of glycerol and your third hydroxy group in this glycerol backbone, it is bound to the phosphate group. Okay. Now the next point, since phospholipids हमने देखा कि वो polar होता है one end में and it is having a non-polar at the another end, hence it is called as amphipathic. So note down the spelling of amphipathic. Amphipathic इसलिए है because it is having a polar head group and it is having a non-polar tail. Got this? Now see, important property is if you take lipid, एक एक मॉलिक्यूल बाइलेयर भूल जाओ, एक एक मॉलिक्यूल ले लो और उसको आप डाल दो एक साथ इन अ ट्यूब. इट विल स्पॉन्टेनियसली एग्रीगेट. क्या करेगा वो? स्पॉन्टेनियसली एग्रीगेट करेगा टू फॉर्म दैट अरेंजमेंट ऑफ द बाइलेयर. बाइलेयर का जो अरेंजमेंट है दिस लिपिड कैन इजीली फॉर्म इट. किस तरह से फॉर्म होगा? योर नॉन पोलर फैटी एसिड दैट इज योर टेल्स जो है वो एक दूसरे के साथ इंटरेक्ट करेंगे, अंदर की तरफ आ जाएंगे और उनके बीच में बन जाएगा हाइड्रोफोबिक बॉन्डिंग. जो टेल्स आपने देखे थे ना बीच में होता है तो दो हाइड्रोफिलिक हेड्स के बीच में जो टेल्स की हेड एंड दे आर बाउंड बाय हाइड्रोफोबिक बॉन्डिंग एंड देन द पोलर मतलब जो फॉस्फोराइलेटेड है मतलब पोलर जिसमें फॉस्फेट ग्रुप है दे विल फेस द एक्यूएस फेस. ओके. और ये फॉस्फोलिपिड्स कैसे करता है? इट इज स्पॉन्टेनियसली इट विल फॉर्म लिपिड बाइलेयर्स इन वाटर सोल्यूशन एज वेल एज इन सेल मेम्ब्रेन. We all have seen this. If you just take a little bit of water in a test tube and then you add few drops of oil or any lipid, or if you just add glycerol या फिर कोई भी एक लिपिड ऐड करो आप in water in test tube, immediately you can say they form micelles. Micelles मतलब small roundels. You can even try this at home. The moment you add a drop of oil in water, they form what bead-like structure. Now what that bead-like structure means? So that is one more way of arrangement. ये जो bead-like structure बनता है इसके जो outer area है, this outer area is going to have all the hydrophilic polar heads. So जो polar hydrophilic polar heads होगा and that is all is going to be here. इस तरह का बनेगा and all those cells they will get inside because they are what? They are hydrophobic. They cannot tolerate water. So they are going to get inside. So this is how everything looks like and that is what makes those beads that we see in when we add water in when we add oil in water. Okay. So but that is what happens when you do it in water solutions. But in case of membranes आप देखोगे membranes में कैसे बनता है? 2 लेयर बनते हैं. सिर्फ एक ही लेयर है ना. But if you see cell, अब ये सेल है तो सेल के जो आउटर सेल मेम्ब्रेन है उसमें 2 लेयर बन जाएंगे. 2 लेयर क्यों बनता है? बिकॉज यहाँ पे वाटर इज आउटसाइड, वाटर इज ऑल्सो इनसाइड. सो हेंस इट फॉर्म्स दिस बाइलेयर वेल यू हैव दिस पर्टिकुलर जो यहाँ पे मैंने बॉर्डर बनाया है. दिस बॉर्डर और दिस रेड कलर वन इज योर हाइड्रोफिलिक हेड while all those tails will be here inside. Okay, the reason is because cytoplasm में भी water है. So again you cannot have this particular arrangement in case of cell membrane. Okay, so that is all about your first topic 1.1.1. So I hope this is understood. If anybody is having any doubts regarding this, you can let me know. Okay, no doubt. So I hope this basics is clear.